All right, I thought I'd make a quick review of this LGB center flow hopper car. This one is item 43825. It is the SHPX style. You can see there a nice color picture on the label, which is much nicer than the black and white labels they used to come with. And so here it is in the box. Looks nice displayed. This is classic LGB and how they present stuff. Before we get to the item itself, I do want to make a comment about the box. I love LGB's boxes, but this box is huge for this item. I'm guessing they probably shifted to a standard box size, which is easier for them on the inventory management of their boxes. But this box is huge for this item. Compared to older boxes that these cars came in, they were much closer to the length of the car, which made it much easier for storage. So that's just a note for LGB. Hope you guys maybe reconsider doing the giant boxes. I'm sure it's probably easier in some ways, but for me, the consumer, not so much. Yeah, so that's the quick note about the box. All right, I'm going to open it. I'm not going to do that on camera just because it'll be easier for me to do that off camera. Okay, one more quick note about the box. I thought I'd be able to move on, but you guys swapped to using this styrofoam stuff, which is okay, but you used to use cardboard, or for a while you guys were using plastic molded inserts that would fit around the items. I would prefer those much more than the styrofoam stuff. This styrofoam stuff, you can see it here, that it starts to break off and get on stuff, and it just becomes messy. That's kind of a nitpicky thing. I can survive with it, but if you guys have the option in the future, that'd be something I'd love to see change. All right, let me pull it out. I know we want to get to the train car. A couple of things that you'll find in the box is there's this small piece of paperwork that's got some item numbers that they wanted to include. And then, of course, there's the other hook for the hook and loop setup. Okay, a couple notes before I take in details on these cars. I am not a how do I put this politely? Not trying to offend anybody. I am not a super detailed model train person. I do this for the fun of it. I love it. I love more modern stuff. So that's what I tend to try to run. And so that's why I obviously have this item here before us. So as I point out some details, I'm not going to be able to point out every rivet. So that's just a note on my end. But I really like these LGB center flow cars. They're really durable, or at least they have been thus far. This is kind of new LGB, if you will, or Markland LGB. So something to keep in mind. Supposedly there's some differences. I have yet to figure that out. So to me, it's LGB. With that said, I love the paint scheme. I love that it's like, you know, you can find these out running on the rails currently. And then you guys have LGB has done an excellent job with like small details, whether it's the fine printing down here or on the car. There's just a lot of fine little details that I know you guys have done in the past, but I don't know, this seems really nice. See, once again, back that speck of stuff. I just really like this car. I don't know, there's something about it that's really nice. The colors work well together. I'm gonna guess that it's prototypical, that the grates up here are silver and not gray like the same as the car. And if it is, that's a minor enough detail. It doesn't really bother me. Some people would. A couple of features. Just for those that you might not have seen the center flow hopper cars, you can turn the tab on the center one of those, and that whole thing folds up. And of course, there's an empty cavity, which you could, in theory, fill with something, because on the bottom, yes, there's details we've got to get to. On the bottom is the hatches, and you can open the hatches by doing that. And if we were down, the gravity would let that drop, and you know, stuff comes out, right? Great fun details, very playable, usable. I think it's fair detail, especially if you're using the 10-foot rule, which I'm a big fan of because, like I said, I'm not a super detail modeler. So I think there's fair enough detail for what I'm interested in terms of those details. But I've seen other train cars with finer details for those that really like the fine detail. One thing that Markland has done really well, and I appreciate, is they have swapped to including metal wheels with their train cars, which is fantastic. I'm still slowly having to convert some older cars that have plastic wheels, but this is nice to have. The hook and loop, I know it's LGB, so it's going to come standard with hook and loop. It would be nice. The other manufacturers include knuckle couplers as an option. That would be great. I know you guys, LGB sells knuckle couplers, but it would be nice if it came included, because some other manufacturers do that. Other fine details here real quick. Once again, nice print on the end detail. I don't think I've seen that before on your guys' hopper cars. Maybe I've missed it. The end details are nice. Not the finest in the competition, but they're good enough for me, especially once you consider that 10-foot rule. A standard good car here. So yeah, so all these doors open up. There's 3 of them there, and there's three doors down here that open up, which you can use. And it's got a good weight, especially with the metal wheels. It's got a fair weight, and I think they're great cars for anybody that wants to run modern. And seems right now they're kind of on sale, so if you're looking to get something that is modern, check around with your local hobby shop, because there might be a deal for these cars. That or else they're trying to clear them out for something else coming down. Either way, great option. I picked this up for, I want to say around, with shipping, it was a little over $100. I think that's fair given the current market. Trying to think what else I should add. I don't know. I love these cars. They're great cars. I've kind of got a grain train or hopper car train, covered hopper car train that I've pulled together over the years. And this is going to add a more current style to it than some of the ones that I have. They're kind of some fallen flags in my current run. So this is a nice generic grain car to intermix. So I think they're great. Okay, one other quick note, because I'm sure I'll get some questions about it. I went ahead and pulled out another one I have from LGB. This is an LGB. It's the Great Northern. I don't know the part number off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I don't have the box for this one. As you can see, I've already converted it to metal wheels and got a knuckle coupler on it. It's basically identical. It feels very much the same. The weight is similar with the metal wheels. I don't know of any other variations. Okay, so I'm sure I'll get a question like, well, how can I tell what's Markland LGB versus classic LGB? Here on the bottom of the hopper, you will find, see if I can get some light on there. You should find an imprint on the bottom that shows the original copyright date of when they made the molds for these. These were 2002 when they made these molds, apparently. And then a classic LGB, they've got the OK sticker. Other people online can tell you how to read this. I think the first number and the last number is the year that it's made. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100%, but that's basically, so this mold was made in 2002, and this particular model came off the line in 2004, it would seem. So that's classic LGB. Now you say, well, what's the difference between classic LGB and Markland LGB? Markland LGB is basically LGB just the same. Oh, so there's the Oh, they have modified it just slightly. So you can see there's the imprint, the 2002. They removed the Ernest Paul Lehman mark. You can still see the LGB logo, but you don't see the text that was inside that box. And usually there's a sticker somewhere here. No more LGB OK sticker, but a Markland sticker. I'm gonna take a guess based on, no, I don't know. I'm sure that number can tell you how to read, but I'm gonna guess that this was made in September of 2016, maybe. But that's just a guess. I don't know how to read those numbers. Maybe some Markland people can tell me. I might be wrong. But once again, there's the new copyright box. See if I can get it to focus. There you go. No text under the 2002. And then on the classic LGB, let me bring that back. And let me find that. There we go. Get some light on it. You can see there's text there. You can barely... Ernest Paul Lehman. I can't read that at the moment. I think it says patent work. Gotta remember this is German and my German is not good. And made in China. So somehow they got the molds back to Hungary, which is, I'm sure that's a story in and of itself. So that's just a quick difference in how to identify them. They look the same externally otherwise, as far as I can tell. So that's just a note for those that are interested.